The Personal Savings Allowance is a hot new thing in the world of income tax, and I'm here to tell you all about it. Yes, the Personal Savings Allowance, all very exciting. What it means is that the first £1,000 of interest you receive on money you hold in a bank or building society will be tax-free. Now that's if you're a basic rate taxpayer earning around £43,000 a year or less. Now if you're a higher rate taxpayer, you will only receive the first £500 of interest tax-free. And if you're fortunate enough to be an additional rate taxpayer earning £150,000 or so or more, then I'm afraid no personal savings allowance for you. But this is interest you can receive tax-free, which is good news. Now, interest rates are low, but still, at an interest rate of 1.5%, you can still sock away £66,666 and stay under that £1,000 threshold for paying tax on your interest. But remember, this is a personal savings allowance. So if you're in a couple and you can move money between you, then you get that £1,000 of tax-free interest each, and which means you can hold £133,333 at 1.5% and not pay tax on the interest. Worth reminding ourselves what interest actually is. Of course, we all understand that interest is the income paid to you on money you store in a bank or a building society. But it's also the income which is paid to you if you hold corporate bonds or funds which themselves hold corporate bonds within them. But be careful, because some funds issue income in the form of dividends, which is different. So what should you do about this new personal savings allowance? Well, it may be that you can now get a better interest rate outside an ISA than inside one. Very often that's the case, and whereas ISA money was tax-free anyway, now you can hold money outside an ISA and still receive interest tax-free. Maybe it's worth looking around and you've got more choice of bank accounts to choose from to get tax-free interest. One thing really worth knowing is that from April 2016, all banks and building societies will pay interest without tax taken off. So if you're receiving more than the £1,000 or £500 if you're a higher rate payer, you may need to keep some money back to pay a tax bill. But for most people that's not going to be an issue, particularly with interest rates as low as they are. Most people won't be receiving £1,000 or more of interest on their savings each year. One other thing you could consider is restocking your ISA. Now what that means is that from April 2016 you can take money out of an ISA, and as long as you replace it in the same tax year, you can put that money back in without it using up your ISA allowance. Before April 2016, you take money outside of an ISA, it's not ISA'd anymore and you can't put it back in. But from April, you can. So why would you do that? Well, maybe you've got some funds or shares or something held outside an ISA, and you've got money in a cash ISA, not earning very much. Well, perhaps now you can pull the cash out of your ISA, because you're still going to get some tax-free interest on it under the new personal savings allowance, and replace that cash you've taken out with some of the funds and shares that you hold. It's just moving money around to take advantage of this new allowance. So the personal savings allowance is a new thing, it's a good thing, and it's worth trying to get the most out of it. So just think about how you can move your money around to take advantage of that tax-free interest which can be paid to you each year. Thanks for watching.